season 40 several. Wayne Memmott, Jonny Fairplay. Johnny's got a banner of some sort to show us.
It's a scarf. Come on, Matt. Learn your proper football protocol.
So Jonny just got back from an epic trip, which we are going to discuss on our next Q&A. So listen, if you want to hear all the behind-the-scenes stories, become a patron. Best way to support the podcast. We do a weekly Q&A.
And watch every podcast commercial-free.
Yeah, so give them the lowdown, Jonny, on the Patreon.
Yeah, go to realitypatron.com. That's reality, patron.com. We do the weekly Q&A, which is Matt's favorite podcast, broadcast of the week. I just got back from the UK. I went to Glasgow for the Celtic Aberdeen match. And literally last night, in front of 85,000 people, Arsenal defeated Shakhtar in a Champions League match. I was there. 2-0 Arsenal. Plenty to say about that. It was, I literally, small spoiler, I'm Batman. I literally saved a girl. It's crazy. There's so much to tell. Get ready. I am Batman.
Well, I cannot wait for the patron Q&A. But even more so than that, Jonny, first of all, thank you for flying all the way from, Europe.
Yeah, I can't believe you're here.
I left. I woke up at 4:15 this morning, was on an 8 a.m. flight from London to Boston, and then Boston to Raleigh, hour and a half drive. Here I am.
So this is no bullshit, you guys. I've known Jonny for a long time, and a lot of my friends think that I'm crazy for all the stuff that I do and nonstop doing stuff, right? Jonny Fairplay puts me to shame. Jonny Fairplay, if you ever meet him, he's the real deal. It's why he was on House of Villains. It's why he's talking about reality TV decades later. He gets a lot of hate sometimes from people. He gets a lot of love from people. But I tell you what, the people that know Jonny Fairplay, people that I respect, Hoboken Mike, Janet from Survivor, Sandra Diaz-Twine, War Dog, Big Tom, you name it. There's so many people, Jonny, just kind of in our Survivor group, and you're the most notorious villain. I'm Mr. Nice Guy. But dude, at the end of the day, we all love this game of Survivor, and you are one of my favorites of all time, Jonny.
Oh, thank you.
And tonight I see someone that was a student of your game, which is Rome. Sad to see him go. Jonny, what's your first thoughts on
He did the Jonny Fairplay exit. Can I get a hug? That was my Micronesia exit.
Yeah, I know. I was going to call that out. Dang, beat me to it. I love it.
It was quite the episode. Rome's confidence knows no bounds. Let's just start at the beginning. Previously on, narrated by Rome. How cool was that?
Okay, Jonny, before we get into this whole thing, this whole episode is clearly all Rome, right? The whole episode is all Rome. Not always, hey, we're laughing with you. Sometimes we're laughing at you directly is how it was edited. Do you think that still helps him in whatever his further endeavors are, regardless of how this is edited?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, he got I think it was at you and with you simultaneously.
Yeah, I don't know. It felt kind of edited and put together kind of in a mean way. There's a little bit of humor.
It was payback for the bullying.
Yeah, okay. All right. Fair enough. Yeah.
So, but given him the props chair and do it. So
that's huge.
That's huge.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I was shocked.
Yeah, you talk about the hosting stuff. That's what Rome does.
Yeah, he'll be the podcast host next season.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
So, yeah, sorry, whoever wins. That is obviously not Rome, because we did not see Rome go down the go down the little trail and just like, hey, wait, you're still in. There's Redemption Island.
Yeah.
I don't know. They are, when Jeff says there's like twists and stuff, it's twisting up a little bit. Like, it's not as expected. This season is not as expected.
It was a good twist. As far as twists go this season, this is my favorite twist. We'll get there.
Yeah.
But I really liked it because, I mean, we've literally complained for how many 6 seasons now. This 3 tribe of 6 format hasn't worked. This has been the first season. It has actually worked, but the first tribal at the merge-ish episode is usually a half tribe thing, and it's just like, we finally merged, and it's still only 6 people. You're killing me. And he untwisted that part of it, which I think is great. We're ready to have 12 people vote.
Right. I mean, it's been so long since I've seen that many votes read on American Survivor. It's been so long. And Australian Survivor, it's like the first couple of votes, it's like 15 votes. Holy cow. You know, like the amount of numbers that you're running, it's so crazy. And so.
But I will call out Rome on this when Rome says, you know, in order to get this vote over Saul, it has to be 7. You know, he needs 7 votes.
I know, and he counts out like 4.
I was like, well, there's that. But in the King George mathery of voting out people, you do not need 7 votes to send someone home with 13 people or 12 people with votes. So no, you could do that with 4. So, and maybe that was the 4 that Rome counted, the King George math version.
Well, I'm bummed he's gone.
Me too.
I think he made great TV, and I'm gonna, next week he's definitely going to be missed. So, Rome, like, you were a great character. You made season 47 so fun so far,
and a good send-off. As I said, like, Wayne thinks there's some laughing at, regardless if it was laughing at or with. This was a Rome episode.
Yeah, that's true.
And they don't do that for people they don't like.
No, you're right. And the sitting on the host chair, like, they're setting up Rome to come back for sure some point in time. Not this season, like, in some way, shape, or form, he'll, you know.
Even in worst case scenario, even if it's co-hosting On Fire with Jeff Probst next year.
I'm a little afraid. The same thing I'm afraid of is the same thing I'm hopeful now that he's gone. Either I'm afraid that he's gone and everyone just like mellows out and plays like a mediocre game, or what I'm hopeful for is he was like such a big like vocal target plug that now it allows all these other people like Gabe and Sam and like actually start forming forces against each other or whatever's going to happen. So, Andy,
I think we're going to. Yes,
man, Andy. This was a big Andy episode too. I'm going to tell you what, like the little side bits of Andy. This was a big Andy episode. He's really smart. He's really he pays attention to everything. He is very smart.
And I'm kind of changing my tone about Andy because I despised him when he was like acting all like everyone's bullying me and no one's saying good job cutting the coconut. I was like, what a wuss this guy is. But the more like last episode and this episode, his stock is getting higher in my book.
Has to be.
I feel he's very entertaining. And I think we're going to see a lot of other big personalities emerge in confessionals because Rome was him and Sam were I guarantee the 2 most confessionals of the season. So I think some other players are going to emerge. I'm all for it.
I'll just call it this because I don't oftentimes learn something. I've been watching Survivor forever, casual fan, really taking it seriously recently. Andy like taught me something tonight, and it might seem very basic, and I might be showing my ass on this, but immediately when his name was read and Tribal was 1 vote, and he's like talks to somebody next to him, he's like, oh, I was the backup plan. Like, I wouldn't necessarily immediately go to thinking that, oh, I was the backup plan for the plan. Like, oh no, someone said my name as the backup plan. Who decided this? Like, he's already trying to pin this on Sam and Sierra.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, Andy, Jonny Fairplay, you had thought a couple episodes ago that Andy was faking his poor performances. We have not seen that come to fruition in a confessional. Do you feel like Andy could, down the line, go super deep in this game and say that any kind of weird thing, quirky thing was all planned? You think he still could be that way?
Yeah, I don't know. I with Andy, I'm willing to admit that I just don't know. That's
I mean,
that's it.
He pulls a plan together without Sierra to get out Sam because he's a big threat, and now he's got a solid number one in Sierra that's like a super strong female, which is a pretty proven track record to the final three.
Yeah, but I mean, even Sierra's just like, Andy kind of shits the bed on everything. Like, I think she's ready. Like, it's so like, what has happened in?
Yeah, but she gets a goat, he gets a shield.
Yeah,
but then if he can tie his move back to getting rid of Sam, then he kind of
walking that back. Like, they made the big move, 12 hours ago, and she's like, "Yeah, Andy's a little squirrely. I don't know."
I'm getting hopeful for the squirrely guy. It's not going to happen.
So I could somehow, some way see Andy a 0 vote final three.
All right, here's my best final three. Entertainment final three. Kyle, Sue, Andy. Let's go. That would be number one final three in the books. Kyle, Sue might be a secret challenge beast. I'm telling you right now. She looked jacked on that thing. Dude, she stood strong and still. You get her up around those balance. Oh, dude.
Well, because she's 45, so she's got to do well at challenges.
But did you notice her new top for the challenge? She was wearing this new red top.
I did not.
So she had a new red top, and she was and her breasts were a little more
popping out or something.
The focal point.
Ah,
and I was just like, well, those might be 45 years old.
There's a reel right there. 45.
I mean, if you date yourself by the age of your breasts, then she may indeed be 45.
Mine are 39.
So here's the deal. So Sierra and Sam, this is right after Tribal. They're trying to do damage control. Sam did not play his idol because he wanted to keep that trust with Andy. Great move on Sam's part. There was really no, it was not necessary for him to play it.
He can use it as a decoy for later, which is equally as valuable as keeping the trust with Andy, or possibly more so.
Oh, yeah. And then Rachel is not happy. She knows she's on the bottom.
Well, she did say no one's going to say season 47 is boring. And Rachel, you are correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Like we said, we've been loving this, doing this podcast. Last week was amazing. This week, it was not quite for me as dynamic and shit as last week.
It was.
This is a good merge episode, I think. It was paying homage to Rome.
We got some insights on some on some of the people we don't see a lot of on this outside of Rome. We got to hear some different stuff.
Is the Kyle episode.
Yeah, we got Kyle, we got Carol, we got Caroline. I think we got some Sue in there too, especially with like the red clay pot and stuff like that. We got a little bit of Tiana, like a little bit more. All she's been was a target once. She hasn't really done anything. I
love the character development. I know, like and we're sitting there going through these people's names. Usually, I'm like this deep into the game. I'm like, who is that?
Who is that?
The Blue Tribe is yet to lose, and even in a 90-minute episode, they've done an okay job, but not a great job. This was the Blue Tribe coming out party.
Yep.
Yeah, totally. So it's drop your buffs time.
Day 11. Who's ready for? Doesn't it seem so soon for the merge?
So,
like,
hey, if you're going 3 try, this is exactly what we asked for, and now we get 17 days of one tribe survivor. You know, like that. That's great. That's what we want. You know,
yeah, this is beautiful.
Two-thirds of it played the way. You know, you get past the merge, you get out those duds, blah blah blah, whatever. Get them out. Maybe not. They're not all duds. They were great people, but you get out that first couple people, and now you get into Survivor. You let the alliances form. You get some advantages playing. You get a little bit of the game going, and now it's like, all right, here we go. Some of us are going to have food in our belly. Some are going to be jealous. Here we go. You know, like Teeny's going to get hammered. Let's go.
Yeah. And Gabe is most excited for this because he says, look, you know, the pre-merge is the pre-merge. The merge is Survivor High School. And you know, he's ready for that Letterman jacket and that class ring.
Mm-hmm.
I think
I love it.
Yeah. I like Gabe. I'm a big Gabe guy.
So I know you don't do the Twitter, Wayne.
No,
I don't know if Gabe put it on his Instagram. So I'm sure he did, but on his Twitter he posted. He's I guess he's a Buffalo Bills guy.
Okay.
And in the parking lot, you know, the pre-gaming or tailgating, if you will, they like to choke slam people through tables.
Through tables,
yeah. So Gabe got choke slammed through a table last week.
Oh,
or choke slammed or one of them. So
yeah.
He went through it, didn't break, and then went through a second time.
Wow. I saw my Instagram's very different. I saw a dad at a Buffalo Bills tailgate with like had to be a kid this age. My kid's 4 weeks old, so probably around that age. And they're like baptizing him as a Bill, and they drop him through like a mechanized little tiny folding table that kind of just like folds in half and breaks. It's the cutest thing ever. Oh man, it's so great.
I thought it was cute when Gabe actually went through a table. I was like, he's my kind of guy.
I'll have to go watch it.
Yeah, he followed with a Macho Man meme. So Gabe's good peeps.
I think Gabe.
Dude, a lot of wrestling fans.
Yeah.
A lot of wrestling fans. Jesse Lopez.
Sure.
Right? And many others.
Carla.
Yeah, big time. Yeah. That's killer.
Carla would wake up every morning and do the Triple H time to play the game.
Dude, that's cool. That's cool. So Sue, we see trying to clean off her idol. She's trying to just kind of get the red off, which, like I said, I love that twist of how she was caught.
I did not see this coming back. I thought this whole saga was done. When I saw her cleaning it off, I'm like, wait, she's still not done with that? That was last episode. How are we still talking about this? You don't just have an idol. They're still like, someone might.
Yeah. Well, it's revealed that they're all coming to the Blue Tribe. That's right. Where the merge camp is going to be, and she was like, "Oh my God, I got to clean it because everyone's going to be going through my bag." And I'm just like, so bag searching is that rampant in the new era?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like it. Yeah, right.
That's crazy.
Great. I love it.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well, for where I was on the fence forever.
Yeah,
I'm not going through bags because I just don't like it. I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm going through bags now.
I'll tell you what. A lot of the women that go on Survivor, they go on in like tight-fitting athletic clothing, and it's like I don't know why they are doing that because it is such a disadvantage because you have nowhere to hide advantages, especially if bag searching is happening. Like, dude, cargo shorts and a whatever, a fisherman's jacket. You got all kinds of pockets to hold all your little treasures and stuff. Like I would not be going on in Athletica, like little broad panty sets on Survivor. I mean, it's fine if you want a modeling career after this, but if you want to win advantages, hide them in your cargo pockets.
Are you gonna Kevin Hart Fabletics it or whatever?
Yeah. Secret gooch pouch.
Yeah, I got I got 3 pair for the price of 1.
I thought I was gonna get some sort of pegging joke from Fairplay, like, well, Matt, if you were out there, it wouldn't matter if you had tight pants on. You could just get the the idol or whatever pegged to you, and you'd be good to go.
Lately, the idols have looked like anal beads. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, Matt was complaining off the air. He goes, don't these look a little small?
Back in my day, they were as big as an eggplant.
Yeah.
What have my life gotten to? I'm a 50-year-old man sitting in my basement. I built a damn podcast studio to talk to this idiot, and then now we're talking about pegging once again. I love it.
There we go. You brought it up. So yeah. Well, guess what? There's a sign. There's a signpost ahead, and it says "Grueling Challenge tomorrow." There's a hidden advantage.
Yes.
Oh,
I love it. Oh man.
Yeah.
Ooh. I love. Oh, it's so good.
It's Jonny Fairplay, reality TV icon, Survivor Hall of Famer, and I'm talking today about Work Money. Work Money is a non-profit organization that focuses on lowering costs and raising incomes for all Americans to make American life more affordable and American families more economically secure. They provide products, services, perks, benefits, tips, and tools to help members improve their financial lives. It's time to level up and make more money in this economy. We're talking getting rich. Now, this sweepstakes is giving away $50,000. You can use this to pay your rent, your mortgage. Imagine what you can do with all the money that you'll save. Now, this is put on by Work Money, and this site has all these sick benefits, and it's free. Go sign up right now and get more rich. Now, listen, you can change your life. Now, what would you do if you didn't have to pay your rent or mortgage for a year? Listen, sign up right now for free. Link is available right here in the show notes. Check them out. Personally, I'd get more pinball machines. I'm Jonny Fairplay. I wouldn't lie about that. It's Work Money. More money.
I know.
So,
and
we do hear from Sue after the challenge. That was
Yeah.
a grueling challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah. She also tells Saul that she's 45. I said, LOL. I mean,
Hey, Saul, how old are you? 42. Oh,
Dude.
I'm 45. He goes, we both look, and I'm like, Saul, you're calling out my boy Rome for talking smack. Like, I feel like the biggest lie told this season.
Sue's going to make it to the final three, and her speech is going to be like, my big move of the game is you guys thought I was 45, but I'm actually 58. And it's like that.
Yeah.
Like that.
And it's going to be like the Liz reveal. Like a fart in church.
Oh,
it's
my
like,
God.
Well, what's much better for you, Sue? We thought you were just okay for 45.
But everyone's kind of wanting to chill. No one's like wanting to go out and look for this advantage.
Andy would rather have the meet and greet. He's been looking forward to walking back his day 3 theatrics.
Oh, dude! But what I don't understand is Genevieve and Sam. We see a clip here where they see the buoy. Why are they not going out there immediately when they see this buoy?
Sam, oh, that's nothing. Okay.
Sam said, "I've seen a few of those."
Wow.
Maybe
they're just randomly here.
So
I think by a few of those, he saw that same one 3 times. And he was like,
I was gonna say, because maybe it's like I could see if they're like, hey, these buoys are like, don't go there. Like it's production, or it's you know, it's like they can mark off like there's no game out there. This is the border, the boundary. You're disqualified. We'll immediately pull you back to it, whatever. So I could understand if there were more. We've never seen a just floating buoy on Survivor that I could think of.
I'm going to give Sam benefit of the doubt. I think they were walking around the shoreline. He saw the buoy. They went in the woods.
Yeah.
They came out of the woods. He sees the same buoy. They go back into the woods, look around some more, come back, sees. And I've seen like 3 of these buoys so far.
It's a whole beach. It's a whole new beach for him. So it's not like he's familiar with it. Okay.
Yeah.
Give him a little credit. You only see one floating out there in the middle of nowhere, just reachable, just inconvenient enough that you have to kind of work for it. You take a little swim. You take a little swim, bud. it's a short swim. Genevieve like almost didn't do it. She's like, I don't want to get wet, and then she does it.
Yes.
I like this. I like the fact that she, this Genevieve, my winner pick, going out there on a limb, trying to find it, finds it. But this is also a scene where we see the Sue
the
red
aftermath
paint, of coming back to haunt her like a horror movie.
Did you guys see the Kelly Whitworth video this week?
Which one? I've seen a lot of them. They're all awesome.
She did two this week. She did Sue with the paint.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I saw that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then
she's awesome.
Then I guess today or maybe yesterday. I don't, my days. I just got back from London. Everyone.
Days aren't real for you right now.
Yeah. So, but she did the Andy at Tribal Council.
Mm-hmm.
Flicking his hair.
Yeah.
Doing a little
She's great, dude. Like Tess will be like, "Did you see Kelly's recent, reel or whatever?" She's like, "Dude, she's killing it."
Yeah.
And if you have not, if you've been under a rock and don't realize how many podcast, broadcast, badassery we have here, Kelly Wentworth has a podcast every week, and she's had on some amazing guests. Johnny, do we know who she's going to have on this week?
Don't know this week because I missed guests the other week. And
goddamn Jeremy and come on, dude.
Yeah, Jeremy and Val last week. The week before, Reen Daly, Abby Maria, Lauren. She's killing it. Yeah, who's to say? So
great coverage. So if you want to hear all kinds of different opinions on all kinds of great shows, even Wayne's got a new show.
Oh yeah, the Too High podcast.
Yeah,
Summit podcast.
We got a show about the Summit, the Summit podcast called Too High. Me and Omar Gibson, we're just getting too high, talking about a show that probably not a lot of people are watching, but we're watching it, and it's great and it's fun, and we're making fun of people. We already got their main villain riled up on Instagram, so come watch the Summit. If you don't want to watch it, just listen to the podcast because we'll make it interesting. Yeah. It's not too long. We know it. We're not going to push it more than 45 minutes. Trust us. But, we're just. But it's a fun show. It's interesting. If you like Survivor and hated Amazing Race, but thought I'd like an easy Survivor, this one's for you. It's real easy. It's fun. A lot of cool people on it. So watch it. It's right after Survivor. So. Just stream it on Thursday. Just don't watch commercials. You don't want to watch this show with commercials.
Watch it Thursday. So So Sam initially sees the red paint. I believe we got some red paint coverage.
When I heard that they were all coming over, I'm like, shoot, they're gonna look through our bags. So that got me very paranoid because I knew I needed to clean my idol. Because it's covered in freaking red paint.
Sue, I will tell you this. For the oldest person on this season, like I don't normally see an edit so prominent like yours has been in previous seasons. Like I feel like if I was you and I'm watching this season so far, I would be very pleased with my edit.
I'm calling it right now. Sue's gonna win an immunity challenge at a time that she needs to win an immunity challenge, and it's gonna mess up a lot of people's games.
Yeah, she's killer,
dude. She looks so solid out there. She is stacked. Like I think she's gonna like. People might even think she's like, oh, this like crazy like older lady, but I think she's like whip smart. I think she knows what she's doing. I'm big Sue stan. Big Sue stan over here. 45, 58, whatever. I don't care. 32. It doesn't matter. You could be younger than me. Let's go, Sue.
Yeah, and Sue keeps her cool when everyone is like approaching her about this whole red thing. She's just like, oh shit, in a confessional, they're gonna find out, but she just kind of chills out.
She did a good job with the cover up, but apparently if you do a little exploring, I think we got some footage.
There's like red paint up here too. Anybody looked over here yet?
What the hell is up with this paint?
There's a lot of red. Right here too, look.
Oh, we're at the water well, and there's red splattered paint everywhere. It looks like a murder scene out here.
It's a murder scene.
It's like an episode of Dexter. It's great. But I love this. I love the fact that we're kind of seeing this play out again. and trying to come back to haunt Sue, and then Sue playing it cool. Very good on you, Sue.
Yeah, and very good on Caroline. She was just like, wait a second.
Yes.
I've seen that red paint before. I thought it was when Sue was juggling the machete in the woods.
I was just playing with the machete. I'm an 8-year-old boy, just playing around, just swinging around like Leonardo. Woo, woo, woo. Oh no, I cut myself. Oh, with the machete, just accidentally grazed it. Don't worry, just a flesh wound.
Yes. So Caroline realizes it, and I'm like, "Good on you!"
Mm-hmm.
And then Sue is sitting there. She's just like, "I feel like I just committed a crime, and the cops are coming."
Yeah.
Like I literally hear the sirens.
Yes.
The jig is up.
I mean, that's got to be exactly what it feels like when you go from having a secret idol to being like. All right, everyone knows something's out there, and like yeah.
So, well, this is when Genevieve says, "You know what? Screw this. I'm checking that one of 18 buoys out there."
Yeah.
Yep.
Good on you, Genevieve.
I did not see the other 14 that Sam saw, so let me check it out. I think we got it right here.
I'd be so annoyed. I get all wet, and it's nothing. I can't stop thinking about this stupid buoy. It's like this little bee in my bonnet of like, why is that out there? It's probably nothing. All of the Tukus would have checked this if it was something.
Yes, winner pick. Go, Genevieve. Go. Genevieve. Go.
That was definitely put out there after merge, right? Like that wasn't out there the whole time Tuku was out there, right?
No.
The buoy? No.
I think if they weren't doing the meet and greet, I think Tuku would have noted. They're like, "Oh wait."
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Well, now we go to the merge beach and Rome is.
Well, hold on. Also, Tiana has figured out that Sue perhaps has the idol as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Not good.
Yes. But yes. Now we're on the merge beach, and Rome's trying to get some intel because that's what you do at the merge, Matt.
I know, and here's the deal: as he's trying to get all this, Kyle tells Rome to be afraid of Sam because Sam is he's a big threat. He's never had a pineapple, but he's a big threat.
Kyle is here to spill all the tea on everyone, and basically says, "Look, the number one guy we need to be looking out for is Sam. This guy can win some challenges. He's got Sierra; they're the power couple. This guy, he could go on a run. He's pretty likable. Tiana, same deal, pretty athletic. These are two. He's like, if you're looking for someone weak, Sue and Caroline, they're like kind of the mother-daughter team, and they're not really bringing a lot to the table. And Rome is like, great, this is wonderful information. I'm gonna go tell Sue, and I'm gonna go tell Tiana, and then nothing can go wrong.
Dude, Tiana's just like, what? He said what? Kyle, the guy I've been with for 13 days. Said that? No, I don't believe you at all. I'm gonna go talk to him right now. He's right over there. Like,
So well, she doesn't believe it. But instead of going directly to Kyle, she's just like, you know what? I'm going to Saul and Andy, the two people that really have their finger on the pulse of everything happening.
Oh, that's right.
As far as the two people on most on the outside looking in, it's got to be Saul and Andy at this point, right?
It's a perfect alliance.
I love it. I'm for it all day. And,
Me too.
And she's like, I'm going to go ask Kyle. And Saul goes, no. You can't ask Kyle, but I can because I'm in the know. I've had a pretty shitty 10 days. I've been doing a lot of meditating. We'll get there. Don't worry. We'll discuss it. But let me go and have this Kyle conversation. And Kyle's reply to that is, hey, real quick additional meet and greet. Fuck Rome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to squish him like a bug, he says. And so, Kyle's, we see this scene at the water well where Kyle and people are talking and everyone's just like, dude, like, we got to get rid of Rome. So this whole episode was very Rome focused.
Yeah,
And
I think it was a Rome focused episode, but with the Kyle spotlight.
it was.
I think they kind of passed it, but like all the coverage we've seen Rome getting episodes 1 through 5. I think there's obviously going to be a transference of power here, and I think Kyle's going to step up in the second half. So
I like Kyle.
Any indicator.
Like, who have we seen in the past, you guys, that is like a Kyle player? He just seems so kind, like a big heart.
He's like JT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think JT's a little more charismatic than Kyle. Kyle's.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. But I like Kyle.
Yeah.
I think his confessionals are good.
Yeah.
And
he's just
now
a
that Roman's
kind-hearted,
gone,
good old boy. I mean,
he is.
That's how his mama raised him.
And I love that. He's doing it for family. Like, this is like a Keith Nail kind of lovable character. So
we haven't had one. I mean, there hasn't been one of these in the new era.
I mean, there has friend of the show. I mean, he's not a good old boy, but friend of the show, Jesse. I mean,
but he's not a good old boy.
No, definitely not a good old boy. But I feel like kind of a kind-hearted,
Well, I think Jesse is a hybrid of that good old boy, but like Kyle is just a good old boy.
Okay,
that used to be a Survivor staple. You had your Big Toms, your Keith Nails, your JTs,
Ralph.
Well, I was about to say they had a few swing and a misses with Ralph and.
Rest in peace. Ralph passed away, I believe, didn't he?
But I remember when Ralph first jumped on the scene, and was like, "Oh, it's the new Big Tom," and I'm like, "Those some big shoes to fill, brother."
Ain't no new Big Tom.
No. So
right on.
So
everyone wants to vote Rome out. Then we go to commercial. Then back in action, day 12. Everyone shows up at the challenge, which Jeff says there's a twist, and there's been some good twists and some bad twists. So, what do you guys think about this twist? Because it's like,
love it.
Yeah, I agree with this chat.
Great.
Let's break down the twist. We've had in the new era that it's like it's the merge, but it's not quite the merge. It's 2 tribes of 6. One person sits out.
Mergatory, which
Mergatory.
I don't want to say that word anymore. I don't like that word. I hate. We don't have to talk about it, so I'm glad it doesn't exist. Yeah.
Yes. So Jeff's like, yeah, we're not doing that. It's like, wow, you are listening to
yes.
Pretty much every complaint. He's like, yep.
Dude.
So two teams of 6. Someone sits out, but the person sitting out doesn't have an hourglass that they can destroy. They just get to make their way to the end, and instead of only 6 people being up for elimination, everyone's up for elimination except for the person that wins the Batman immunity necklace.
I know.
Dude.
I'm not.
Watch the Penguin on Max.
The Penguin. The Penguin on Max is a sponsor. You would think they would keep it in house at Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
So it's that outside money that feeds the machine. And I love the fact that everyone's up for elimination. I also like that there was apparently a schoolyard pick.
Yeah.
And even in a 90-minute episode, we could not get to see the schoolyard pick.
No, I know. I
think there'll be a secret scene on YouTube of the schoolyard pick.
We could have. There's something we could have skipped, and we could have gotten the schoolyard pick.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I want to know the pecking order.
I do too.
Yeah.
So we see two teams. We got yellow.
Do you like secrets? Do you guys watch the secret scenes every week?
I don't.
No,
I don't either.
I don't even know what those are.
I'll probably go out of my way to see this one, but I hate shoulder content. I want to just be able to I watch podcasts or listen to podcasts. That's the extent of my shoulder content. If I have to watch this other stuff, like AEW wrestling does this all the time. It's like, oh, you should have watched New Japan Wrestling. You know all about it. And I'm just like, well, you could tell me. It's a 2-hour show.
Right.
You got time.
Right.
There's a match going on. Tell me during the match. What's important about this?
Right.
Oh, no, watch the shoulder content. It's like, no, I'm not watching the shoulder content.
Yeah, occasionally if I see someone like Rome or someone that I follow on Instagram post like a reel that's a secret scene,
Yeah.
I'll click on it if I'm
Yeah.
at work and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
boom. But typically I'm not like searching out YouTube.
Yeah, I'm not going to
47 secret
CBS.com for the secret scene because it's like, oh, there's a really touching secret scene. I was like, oh, well, touching sounds horrible, anyways. And here it is, like I want to see somebody get hurt, like the blindfolded challenges when someone hits their balls on something. Like,
Yeah.
I'll watch that. I'll seek that out.
God, I
But
miss
it's just
those.
like, oh, it's a really heartwarming story. I'm like, yeah, I don't care.
No. So we got two tribes competing here. They make a yellow tribe or teams. So Sierra, Rachel, Sam, Sue, Kyle, and Teeny on the yellow versus the blue, which is Rome, Gabe, Andy, Tiana, Saul, and Caroline. And Genevieve is sitting out on this one.
Yes, on the Sandra sit-out bench.
Yes. And this is here's like I know Johnny doesn't like this. It's like over and under something. There's a mud involved. There's
my fiance was watching. She goes, "Oh, look, they're going over something and under something, and it ends in a puzzle." I go, "No, it's a table maze, but yeah, same thing."
So you have these obstacles, and then you have a grappling hook that you have to lift this bag up, and then you have this it's like a BMX ramp that I would call a quarter pipe.
Yeah.
Or if you watch Ninja Warrior,
it's from Ninja Warrior. It's the warped wall.
So you run up that. It'd be easy for me. But I do look at this. We had a couple seasons ago, someone can't climb a ladder. Everyone is really doing a pretty good job this season.
Okay.
Yeah.
But are we okay with them being tied starting the table maze?
Like the teams being tied?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like two.
This thing felt so convoluted that you would think one team could have fallen behind.
Yeah, especially with the wall deal, and then the one team having to get all the sandbags.
I know you had your doubts on Sue, but I mean, she's a 45-year-old spry woman. She's got
she is
no problem.
Skip her step.
But I do like the table. I like a little labyrinth kind of table.
Is Sue still going through puberty? Can we get confirmation?
She could be. She could be.
Who's to say?
So yellow wins, and so now they won, but they have to now compete in the individual portion of the challenge when they're all still muddy.
Yeah.
They're all still tired.
Well, hold on the table maze real quick. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Did I hear something? Did I create something in my head? Jeff was just like, yeah, this is a 2-person table maze, so we have Sam and Kyle versus Gabe and Rome. And he was like, look, a 1-person table maze is hard enough, but, you kind of know it. But it's like with 2 people, you got to worry about the other idiot. Did he say worry about the other idiot, or did I?
I don't know.
Yes, he did. And this should be 1. Put it all in 1. This is much harder as 2. I mean, why not make this 4?
Swap outs because Saul really
Saul's like, yo, dude, Rome's just, dude, what is Rome doing? He's just, it's like, yo, it's a touch.
For 1/10 of a second, it's like, no swap out. Like, I want the pain that's happening right now.
No, we're writing this whole episode about Rome, dog. We can't swap out. And we already done it. It's already in motion. Wheels in motion, dude.
Yeah, no swap outs, dude.
Yeah.
Dude. But I love how they have to now compete in the individual thing where you stand up on a perch. There's 3 different sections depending on how far you go into the challenge, and you have to hold this wooden bow and balance a ball. Individual time. I'm loving it. I love
classic
Sue's performance.
Yeah.
I love that Sam dropped almost immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Someone that you would think would be like really good at a challenge like this. But we've learned on a balanced challenge, the women historically do better in these kind of endurance style challenges, I would think.
Sam's tall. He's got a higher center of gravity, so he's not going to balance as well. The ones that can
Kyle just he was just that pole perch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Just being, and this is, I think, a challenge that if you get to go to one of the Survivor events like they did in like Nashville, and they do, I think this is one of the challenges that you can do is hold the bow and balance the ball.
Classic.
I would love to compete at this. It's such a killer. It's such a killer.
It's
game.
cool.
Yeah.
So I love this. I love the twist.
Yeah, Kyle versus Sue in the finals. I don't know if anyone had that on their bingo card for the night.
Nope.
Nope. Sue drops, Kyle wins. Jeff Probst gives Kyle the buff. And he says, look, I'm doing this for my family.
Yeah.
And
his family, his kids, and he gives it 120. And Kyle gets the first purple buff. Do we like the purple merge
Love
buff?
it. Love purple.
Yeah, I do.
I think it's pretty good.
I do.
Great.
I do like purple.
Pops. It's a good buff.
Yeah.
So day 12, it's the feast time. This is where we see Sam trying pineapples for the very first time.
Is it really a feast? It's a charcuterie board with wine and beer.
Yeah, they kind of skimped a little bit on the budget here. I would say.
Did you make it to the merge, Matt, or no?
I did not.
Okay, so my merge feast was like the big turkey legs and a roastling pig.
But what day was your merge feast?
I don't know, probably like 20 whatever.
This is day 12.
11. Or is it
12? This is day 12.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah.
They're not gonna fuel them up for the next 2/3 of the game. You know, they gotta
get a charcuterie board and that's it.
Right. They can't. It can't be too unfair. They have to. You know, it's like it's only been so long.
Yeah. And Sam gives a shout out to Rick Devens. This just in: Sam likes pineapple.
Yeah. I know.
no, sorry. Breaking news.
Breaking news.
I mean, do you find that odd? I mean, I have one of my children is a very picky eater, but I mean, I think like babies sometimes eat like little pineapple chunks.
Dude, well, I don't think he's counting baby food.
Yeah,
I think he's going.
Do you guys eat pineapple? Like,
yeah, I mean, yes. Listen,
like on a pizza, in Thai food, all that stuff.
Certainly makes it taste good down there.
Yeah, that's true.
One thing I don't understand is picky eaters past 15. Like past 15 and like, God, I hope my kids aren't picky eaters. I do everything I can. Like, I'll eat anything. But the fact that you haven't tried pineapple is nuts. It is.
It smells like fucking candy.
It's not.
You know what I mean?
There's nothing about it that can be seen as disgusting, like difficult to get to. But it's like you can just buy it cut up. It's at parties. It's in every fruit tray. It's been available. Like
Janet from Survivor grew a pineapple, and it takes like a couple. It's like 2 or 3 years to grow a pineapple, maybe even more.
That's
so
wild.
she grew it, and it became ripe like while she was here visiting me.
That's cool.
And so she just told her neighbor to cut it and eat it.
Dang.
Like she waited 3 years for this thing, and then she's like, fucking
this goes to show you, like I said earlier on this podcast, Janet would rather hang out with Fairplay than her 3-year baby pineapple that she grew.
The thing is,
the podcast.
the neighbor that she gave the pineapple to, and they were growing pineapples, and they ended up bringing her a pineapple the next week.
Dang, it's a whole pineapple club.
Yeah.
So
it's like the
Kyle wants Rome out. Okay. So this is like we said, the Rome episode, but Andy, Carolyn, and Teeny have this amulet, and they kind of want to just like present this amulet at tribal council just to get it out of the way.
I mean,
do you agree with this kind of thought process?
If you don't think that you're going to work with these people, that's the best way. I mean, because now you don't want to tie your game to these people, and if you don't necessarily trust these people, and I don't think any of them have any reason to necessarily trust each other, it's like, well, let's just play and get it out of here. If we come back and play with each other, great. If not, let's no
harm, no foul.
Yeah.
I do like the way the new era sees advantages as disadvantages. And if you can just eliminate that bullshit from the game, Rome does the whole thing, and Jeff's is just like, hey, there's the ambulance. You never know what they could mean. And he's like, no, I'll tell you, it sucks. It's more of a handicap than a fucking gift.
Right.
It's crappy. We're over it. We're just gonna burn this shit, so you can't ruin our game with this shit.
It's the same thing with going on the journeys, where it's just like you just assume, unless you have something else to bring back, everyone just assumes you have an advantage of some sort if you go on a journey.
Yeah. I hate the journey. The journey is like it's just a game handicap versus isn't the game enough of a handicap for enough people?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they got to make them like I don't know. I think they have.
Don't like them. I say subtract them.
I say cut them. It just seems too much like production playing a hand. Even though they don't have any choice in who goes and all that stuff, it's just like I don't know. Finding advantages, that's cool. That feels very Survivor. This is like go on a journey and like it. Nah, just whatever.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the journeys, but what I am a fan of is how Rome once saw all out and he starts crying and like giving these fake tears, and I was like, wow. I'm sitting there watching with Tessa. I'm like, this dude. We've kind of said this in the podcast before. He's a student of Jonny Fairplay. I feel like he is.
And Rome is himself. He does have self-esteem issues as a result of Saul's bullying.
Dude, Rome, I can hear him talking with you now all about this episode. Oh, God. I can't wait to watch Rome exit interviews. I love Rome.
Oh, yeah.
And Johnny, he reminds me, he is the black Jonny Fairplay. If there's anyone close to your game that we've seen in years and years and years, this is the closest hint of your legendary status.
Well, thank you.
I would say in line with a new era Jonny Fairplay. I'm not saying he's like this great, whatever. He got voted out right at the merge. Like that's,
but he's a big character.
Like
yes,
he is a candidate for a second chance, because I think that if given a second chance to play the game, he would play like smarter, of the same style of gameplay he plays now.
I think he would save. I think he would go back to the Fair Play handbook and save the insults and stuff for the confessionals. That's where you do your damage. So like play it nice in camp, and I'm sure he was, but he had some grandiose moments in camp, and with the sped up pacing. Like you just have to pick that one day where enough people are just like, yeah, I'm not liking this today, and that's all it takes. And I think this is one of those days for Rome. But I did love the self-esteem hit that he. Was like, and he's like, and Caroline gets it. And I'm like, good read.
Way
good
to call
read.
her out.
I honestly thought she was forward until we see people comparing notes. They're just like, oh yeah, Rome.
Yeah, Rome is cocky once again. We see him cocky throughout.
He's Michael Jordan.
Yeah, dude. So I think
we have the Michael Jordan clip on.
Man, like I'm running this game. This ain't even Magic versus Larry. This is Michael Jordan versus Kirk Heinrich, all right? This is not even a competition right now, all right? I'm playing this game on a whole nother level. I'm on Survivor, baby, and I'm leading the mastermind vote at a potential historic tribal council.
They had to cut him off from the accolades he was giving himself.
Dude,
he
such great TV
in that confessional, and they cut him off.
I will tell you, anybody that is playing, that is watching this or listening to this, that might play Survivor, do not do that. do not go into confessional and talk about how great you are playing this game, because they will be showing that footage on the episode that you are voted out. Every single time, without fail. Oh no! I'm not.
I got away with it. I called myself the puppet master. Like I literally called myself the puppet master
Did you
because
win?
Mark Burnett would show up and tell us that he was the puppet master. So I was like, I'm the puppet master, and use that. They're like, ooh.
So you want an episode of Survivor that I missed?
No, I didn't. They didn't show it on the episode. I went home.
Oh, okay.
But dude,
Fair enough. Okay, fair enough. It was, but
no, what I was gonna say, like, if we're doing this podcast 3-4 years from now, we're gonna be talking about Rome. Rome is the most memorable person by far, hands down, of this season 40 several. And at Rome, it sucked to see you go home. So yeah, you're getting cocky again this episode before Tribal. I'm running the show, blah 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 blah, and we go to Tribal. Kyle is safe.
Real quick, at the charcuterie dinner, they throw out Rome's name for being a shit stir. Andy, the backup name, I don't love that, and
No.
Sam and Sierra are like, just like wait to.
if it's Andy, it's Andy. That was it. It's like, but that's so public. Like, you don't think those 4 other people are gonna be like, oh, that tribe's not as close as we thought it was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think that's one of those deals where it was where if Sam and Sierra needed to walk that back, they would have. But then when it was just all Rome, and then and the backup name was Saul, as far as Rome was concerned, they were just like, okay, we don't even need to damage control this.
Yeah.
Andy's fine, we're good, and we didn't out ourselves on being in an alliance with Andy. So I like that. But I did like Teeny being hammered.
Dude, just come on, Teeny. Let's go drinking.
Like literally stumbled back to camp.
It was great. Oh, the hug. She was giving someone like a big drunk hug. It was great.
All right,
Teeny slept good. I guarantee Teeny slept the best that anybody slept on that island so far in 12 days that night. Great sleep.
Should we change her name to Martini?
That's good.
Tip it up.
That was good.
Tip it up, Martini. There we
Good
go.
pun.
That's all I got. That's all I got. So yeah, time for Tribal.
Yeah, so look, Kyle's saying phony baloney, all about Rome. It says Rome. It's the Let's Get Rome Out show. And Rome, we see him talking about trust right away and not ruffling people's feathers. But look, dude, you've been ruffling people's feathers this entire game.
Day one.
Ruffle feathers.
Yeah, so it's really, I love you, but I feel like you were such a big character and had such a dynamic personality that people just wanted your ass out, dude. Like, you're unpredictable, you're smart, you're this type A Jonny Fairplay type person. And if I'm out there and I'm like, you're probably high on my list to vote out.
He he never put in the real work to get like solid, at least one solid number, because nobody told him. You know what I'm saying? Like
Genevieve's like, I'm good. Teeny's like everyone's like, we're good. Like even Caroline, that for like a minute I was convinced that he convinced her of the self-esteem stuff. She was like, oh yeah, Rome.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh wow.
Yeah.
Even Caroline, I was just like, this is game set match.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was
it's not Michael Jordan versus anybody. This is John McEnroe versus the ball boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we see this epic moment at Tribal Council where Rome gets invited to Jeff Probst's chair to give this speech on the amulet and all this stuff going on. And this was such an amazing moment for Rome. I was like, holy shit, I've never seen this on Survivor.
No.
This is
and
a first.
Started like Jeff, with the or, however he does,
Yeah.
Well, we've got these 3 amulets. And he's like, and they're stupid and we hate them. And it throws everybody off and it's not useful. And it ties people together that don't want to be together. So they came out and said, we got this shit. We don't want this shit. We're going to burn it on Teeny. You got right. No one's voting Teeny out tonight, right? Okay. Teeny's immune tonight when we're gonna Teeny.
Martini earned it by being so hammered. We're
Teeny's
scared.
too drunk for this shit right now. She's hungover. We're just gonna save her. Like she doesn't want to talk. That's what we got this for. Game on, everybody else. Yeah.
And you can tell that moment meant the world to Rome. And I'm sitting there, I'm just like, I see it, Rome, but I also see it as your final supper.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but I mean, production at this point 100% knew that Rome was going home and nothing was changing. So then the opportunity comes up. I'm sure, it's just like,
yeah. What do you want for your last meal?
What a great cap to a good character on a fun season.
And he's appreciative.
Yes.
The thing I love about Rome is even when he gets voted out on the worst possible scenario where you don't make the merge, this is like the episode, you don't want to get voted out. Rome is a good sport. He's got a positive attitude about it, at least in the moment.
I know. The last 3 people we saw voted out, they were all butthurt and sore losers, and everyone's just like, "Oh, they're great." I'm just like, "Look, I liked them just fine, but you have to admit they were poor sports."
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Rome was the best.
And I do want it to mean something to people, but at the same time, I also I think Rome went out with his head held high.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it. But what was Andy voting out with he used another language?
I saw that. What language? I mean, Wayne, you probably know. I mean, I know Johnny just got back from Scotland.
I would guess.
Was he speaking German?
I would guess Russian.
I was Italian.
I have no idea.
Russian. Okay.
I was going to guess Russian.
I don't know if he said comrade or it was either like Russian mafia or Italian mafia.
It sounded like Russian or like Eastern European, but dude, I don't know. It was
once again Andy with the little glimpses of something else is going on.
Andy's on a whole other level, guys. Andy's playing season 48 right now. That's what I'm telling you. He's playing season 48 right now. And
please no. No offense to Andy, but look, listen, Teeny gets the amulet idol played for her, so that's positive for Teeny. And look, Rome goes out
nothing but love and ask for the hug.
Yeah, a la Jonny Fairplay. Jeff Probst says, of course. So this meant so much to Rome. So the fact that he is such a fan, I know he is probably interacted with Jonny Fairplay at some point. I cannot wait to meet Rome in person. Rome, we love you. We're going to miss you. But season 47, I feel that the cast is going to bring the heat for the rest of the game. And I am all for it. I'm stoked.
All right. So question. This is going forward now that we're in the merge. Who's your call outs on the big focal point character? Who's your this isn't winner. This doesn't necessarily mean they win. Who do you think is going to be the biggest kind of most screen time, most, biggest surprise, whatever you want to say? Who's going to be your one? I've got one. That's why I'm asking. And if you want me to answer, I can, but
you can go first.
I think it's Gabe.
Okay, I think that's a good pick.
I think Gabe's playing a really good game, and they haven't shown him a lot, but they've shown he's good, he's athletic. People like him because he's helpful. He jumped down that wall to help get them up. I think Gabe's going to be playing a pretty strong game and probably will be a focal point for the rest of the season. I don't know if he wins. I think he's going to end up doing it in a way that pisses a lot of people off because I'm also getting that vibe from him. But
that's fine.
But yeah.
Matt, who's your pick?
I mean, that's a good. I see that with Gabe, and I know he has that alliance with Sue, and we've seen a lot of airtime from Sue.
Mm-hmm.
I think Sam is going to get a lot of airtime coming up. I think we're going to see a battle between Sue. I'm sorry. Sam and Sierra. I think they're really tight. At some point, I feel that I would say Sierra is going to turn on Sam if I were to guess in an epic episode where she severs ties. That's my prediction.
I think tonight was the breakout episode for Kyle. So I think we have more Kyle to come.
Yes.
I think we've been getting little hints of Teeny. So I think we're going to get more Teeny here in the second half. And I don't think Andy is a character that you build episodes around, but Andy's good in small doses. Like Andy's like I don't know, like Toby on The Office. So it's like you probably don't like Toby, but like when he does stuff, it's funny.
Yeah. No, I the little bit of dabbling that they've dangled the carrot of Andy.
Yeah.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I think we're going to get a little more some episodes, a little less, but I think he's going to play his part, and I don't think he's going anywhere anytime soon. I mean,
and I feel Genevieve is going to get the same.
Yeah,
you guys. I think Genevieve is going to get
I think she's
some good edits.
Yeah. There we go. All right.
Dude, what a great episode, and everyone. Well, first of all, welcome back, Jonny Fairplay. So if you want to hear Johnny's crazy stories, tune into our Patreon coverage. And if you want to hear other survivors talk about this episode, check out Kelly Wentworth's podcast. Not sure who the guest is going to be, but she's been doing a great job. Check out Wayne's and Omar's podcast on the Summit, amongst all the other content that we're doing.
We got the challenge.
I was going to give a shout out to the challenge. I'll tell you what, like Alex, Dan, and Polly are incredible. And if you've ever wanted a season to watch a challenge, watch this season. My wife and I are watching it together. It's so fun. There's so much drama. The characters are great. And Polly, Dan, and Alex do like a great job of going through all the back stuff that you might not know and telling you that when you need to know it for the episodes that are on. So
and Wendell Bryce and Joey Hatch, they got the they got the Challenge Breakdown podcast. Me and Jen Hoffman, we're doing House of Villains. That episode will be up right after you watch the live episode tomorrow night at 11 p.m. Eastern. So you watch at 10 on E. Boom, check us out there. The Anonymous podcast, Adrian and Lauren are killing it on the Anonymous podcast. Had an interview today with the winner of the Anonymous season 1. No spoilers here, but it's good stuff. And we have a Love Is Blind podcast that just dropped. We have the Tribe of Nerds podcast. We have a new Brant Steele podcast that I believe just launched today. So check all that out. And as I said, if you want to see it commercial and ad free, go to realitypatron.com. Any price level gets you everything commercial and ad free. So,
I also want to give props to our producer, Bobby Goodspeed, making the behind the scenes things happen. We had so much stuff going on, and we have, to me, the best team in the podcast game for reality TV. Can't wait to see you all again, and we will see you all next week on another episode right after season 47. Cheers, everybody, and good night.
Yeah, dog.
Mm-mm.